When I created Better Life Choices of New York, I wanted to create a safe place. A place where your emotional health, your pain management, and your personal development were paramount. A place where those real, raw conversations that society doesn't want you to have are had. A place where the elders could pass their wisdom down and the youth could toss their knowledge up. This is that place. I am Stefanie, your life architect, and welcome to BLC&Y's Conversations with the Coach. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome. I am Stefanie, your life architect. Welcome to the Better Life Choices of New York, also known as BLC&Y's Conversations with the Coach. The coach, that is me, Stefanie. I am so glad that you are here. You are welcomed here. You are safe here. You matter here. I want you to know that 365 days, 7 days a week, that all stands true for you. Let's get right into the nitty gritty. I done welcomed you. Now let's talk about housekeeping. Housekeeping. Where can you find me? Take those intelligent fingers of yours and type in blcny.org, and that is my website and where I will be. Also, you know I'm social. I'm all over the place. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. But what I'm going to do for you is make it so easy. I'm going to put all that in the description box below. So all you have to do is click on it and holla at your girl. Subscribe, people. Subscribe. I think it's here, 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 or here. Anywhere you see it, click subscribe. Like this channel, like this video, share it, comment on it, post about it. Tell me what you think, what you liked, what you didn't like, if it provoked your thought, if it made you say, I don't like this. Who the heck does she think she is? Or, you know what, she helped me and I'm so glad I clicked on this. Either way, I want to hear what you have to say. So subscribe and let's get to know each other. I am a certified professional life coach. I am here to help you customize, build, rebuild, dissect any area of your life that you may want to expand upon, think about, again, build or rebuild. You can be happy and want to be happier. You can be good and want to be great. You can be great and want to be excellent. You can want to figure some things out. You can want to take something to the next level. I am here to assist you in all of the above. Think of a life coach and a life architect such as myself as a human GPS. You are in the driver's seat of your life. I am just simply here to navigate you to the destination of your choice. I'm also the founder of Better Life Choices of New York, which is a life skills and empowerment organization that I created for girls and women. However, I'm a life architect to all. Anyone who has a life, I can help you build, design, redesign, and customize. Now that you know who I am, what I do, why are we here? Let's get on to it. One of the questions that I receive often from people and that I had to ask myself was how to be yourself. We are in a world where everybody tells you to love yourself. Do you, boo, do your thing, girl. Hey, boy, do it. But how do you do any of those things when you don't know who you are? How do you know who you are? Did someone tell you who you were, or is that something you just get to figure out along the way? These questions are natural and normal to ask yourself. So we're here today to address how to be yourself. And I'm going to give you 5 key points that I give in my practices to my clients and that I apply to myself. Anything and everything that I suggest is all a suggestion. Of course, you can take it and do what you want with it, but know that I've applied them to my life personally and have used the steps to help me heal, pain manage, grow, and expand in my life. And this is why I'm talking to you today about it. So I'm hoping in some way that at least one thing that I say, do, or one face that I make resonates with you. So let's get on to it. Step 1 of how to be yourself will be step 1 for almost everything that you and I talk about. I am a firm believer in getting still and getting quiet. In order to hear the sounds of your own voice, you must tune out all of the voices and the noises around you. Shh. Listen. Be still with yourself. Do you know what you sound like internally? Do you know what your breath sounds like? Can you hear your inner thoughts? We are all inundated every day with data, whether it's on our phones, whether it's YouTube, whether it's in our homes with our kids, our families, and our commutes to work, at work, in school. There is constant information being downloaded into our brains. And it is easy to get lost into believing everything we hear and see when we are constantly attached to everything but ourselves. So what I will always recommend for you, always, 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 is step one, get still, get silent. Know who you are inside. Encourage yourself and hear your own voice before you hear the voice of others. There is no other way to get clear than to get silent. Everyone you know and respect and admire, trust me, there was a time or two where they had to get silent and be still. Be still. Step two is often step two in other phases of life as well, because it's acknowledgement and it's admittance. How do you know who you are? Did you ever say, I don't know? Did you ever say, I do know? Did you ever ask yourself the question? Did you write it down? Did you look yourself in the mirror eye to eye and say, Stefanie, who are you? What do you like? What don't you like? Do you like something because you were told? You are normal. Normal. You are not a bad person. There is nothing wrong with you if you don't know who you are. And if you do know who you are, that is wonderful. And I applaud you for being that aware of yourself. But for those of you who were like me, who really weren't clear about who you were, these steps are for you. And step two is owning and admitting it. I don't know who I am. 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 And that's okay. Why? Because every one of us, every human being on this planet was born into someone else's world. Our agreements were made for us. Our names were chosen. The food that we ate, the clothes that we wore, we were all given that by our parents. So it is natural to believe that your morals, your values, what you like and your dislikes are automatic, and they are not. There are some things that require discovery. And this is what we're talking about today, discovery, self-discovery, self-ownership. It is okay if you don't know. Don't beat yourself up. Limit that burden. Have the awareness, have the acceptance and the admittance that I don't know who I am. Whew, free. I don't know who I am. And guess what? I'm going to discover who I'm going to be. Step two, owning and admitting I don't know who I am. Step three, forgive yourself. Oh, this is a good one. Step three is necessary because, once you realize and get silent and own and admit things, the guilt of how much time you wasted, what you feel you shoulda, coulda, woulda done and known, that's natural and that starts to set in. You have to forgive yourself for things that you didn't know, for all of the things you did and said when you were in search of yourself. You must forgive yourself. If you are constantly rewarded as a child or a teen based on someone else's needs, meaning you always danced the best at your recital, when you cleaned up, when you supported your parents, when you helped with your brothers and sisters, when you did something else that somebody deemed worthy, that's most likely when you got praised. So your belief system in how you are honored and worshiped and felt worthy by is most likely through someone else's eyes for what they saw fit. That is natural for you not to understand what you like, what you don't like, because your value system is based on what others thought you did right. Forgive yourself. It's okay. You were daddy's little girl, you were mommy's baby, you were daddy's little boy, you were mama's boy, you were your little big sister, you were your big brother's idol. Whatever you were the best boyfriend, the best girlfriend. If you're constantly rewarded because you did something for someone else the way they saw fit, it is natural to not have a gauge on what you want to reward yourself with. Do not beat yourself up. We are all subjected to believing that what others want and need and reward us for is where we're supposed to be. Okay? Okay. Forgive yourself. You matter. It's okay. You're worthy. Step 3, forgiveness. Step 4, learn and assess yourself. Is the person you are the person that you want to be? If not, what's the difference between the two? Can you figure that out? Write it down. Create a happiness jar. Do you know what you like? Let's figure it out. Every day when we come home, let's take a piece of paper. Let's write down what we liked about the day that brought us joy, and let's stick it in a jar. Let's stick it in a shoebox. Let's stick it in a bag. Let's make a journal about it. Let's make a mental note in our phones. Let's write it down every day. And at the end of the week, let's go back to it to see what we liked. Let's take inventory of what we liked, not what our mother liked, our children liked, our wives liked, our husbands liked, our co-workers liked, our friends liked. What we liked. You have to assess and take inventory and see who you are now versus who you want to be, and what is all of that in the middle, and how do I get there. And I bite it up and I snack on it, and I decide that these are the things that are going to get me to who I want to be. It is okay to figure it out. Figure it out. We figure it out every day as we go along. You don't have to know everything. Release yourself of the pressure of having it all figured out, no matter who you are, what's your tax bracket, or what age you are. Take a deep breath and assess. Do I like this outfit? Do I actually like this food? Do I like going here? Is she really my friend? Do I really love him? Do I want to be with her? Do I want to be a mom? Do I want to be a dad? Do I want to get married? Are all of these things you thought you wanted because that was told to you what you were expected to do and have by a certain age or at all? Or are any of these things no longer for you? It is okay to shift and change your beliefs. You don't have to go against your natural grain. You are enough. What you think is enough. What you want is enough. Step 4, assess and take inventory. Step 5, define yourself on your own terms. This is a big deal because one of the most unhealthiest addictions us humans have is making decisions based on other people's experiences, based on our parents, our children, our friends, our loved ones who told us stories or anything we witnessed and decided that that was automatically going to happen to us. People will always tell you what you can't do and what you shouldn't do based on what they've experienced or heard with that situation. Limit the noise. Go back to step 1 and get silence and tune them out. Define your life on your own terms. What you like, what you want to do. You want to be a photographer and they told you photographers don't make it, take a photography class. You want to cook and you're told chef is not a real job, become a chef. You're allowed to say, I don't want to go here. I don't like doing that. I don't want to follow this religion. I don't want to take this avenue. I don't want to drive. I want to be a person who is driven. I want to take cabs. Whatever it is, you're allowed to define life on your own terms. There is freedom. Freedom, freedom, where are you? Ooh, child, because I need freedom too. Hey, hey. There is freedom in defining yourself and your life on your own terms. Be who you want to be. Do what you want to do. Love what you want to love. There are going to be some disappointed people along the way. They will survive. Honey, let me tell you how they will get over it. Trust me when I tell you. And this is not about being malicious or unkind. This is about limiting the amount of space other people take up in your brain, in your soul. What are you doing that sets your soul on fire? Huh? I'm listening. Don't worry, I'll wait. What are you doing on your own terms that sets your soul on fire? Learn to live life the way you want it to be and live it loudly. Define life on your own terms. Say it with me. I will define my life by my own terms. Say it again. I will define my life by my own terms. Step 5. I will define my life by my own terms. Did any of those 5 points resonate with you? I hope that they did. Many of us are living a life of tolerance, which means people, places, and things we necessarily don't even like, we are allowing to infiltrate into our space, into our mind, into our souls. We are allowing things that don't necessarily set our souls on fire to be a part of our everyday lives. That is tolerance. How much tolerance, how much tolerance, how much tolerance will you allow before you decide to know who you are? Do you, boo? That's what we said at the beginning, right? Love yourself. Well, you can't do any of that if you don't know who you are. By now, at the end of this video, I'm hoping you have an idea of who you are. And if you don't, that's okay. And again, for those of you who do, that is wonderful. Pay that wonderful energy forward and teach someone how to figure out who they are. How do you know who you are? How do you define yourself? That is all up to you. Those steps that I gave you are up and open to interpretation. You matter. What you have to say matters. What you like matters. What you do not like, that matters as well. You don't have to grow at anyone else's speed. You just have to grow at your own. Whatever doesn't grow dies, and I don't want you to die internally or externally, emotionally or physically. I am here to answer any questions you may have and have a dialogue. If you agree, if you don't agree, if you like or you don't like, because you're allowed to not like and you're allowed to like. I'm so glad you joined me today. You know where to find me. You know I want you to subscribe. You know I'm grateful that you were here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 1 of Conversations with the Coach. I am Stefanie, your life architect, and you have been BLC and Wide.